Hey kids! Hey kids, and welcome to the show. I kind of almost stuck myself in the eye. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about a story basically from basic training. This would have been a long time ago, 90s. I mean, we're talking a long time ago. I was serving in the United States Army, or trying to at that time, because I was at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Before I go forward and tell you more about this story, I do want to ask, if you don't mind, hit that like, share, subscribe button, make a comment. Would love to hear it. Would love to hear your stories. If you have a military story to share, share it. I've got a lot of them. This one's a little PG, so it really isn't PG. Anyway, back to the story. So we are doing our FTX, which is our field training exercise. Okay, they used to do those a long time ago. I don't know if they still do them, but they used to. So we're doing our field training exercise, and it was the time that we had to make a foxhole. So we had to dig this deep grave, basically, because we had to get down deep inside, and we had to set up our sandbags and all that, and get our positions and have our rifles ready and be ready with our sectors of fire and all that good stuff. Anyway, long story short, drill sergeant said 18 inches of sand will stop a 7.62 round. Okay. Basically, when we're building our sandbags up, he says 18 inches. So I'm like, okay, cool, 18 inches of sand, bam, 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 bam. So we get our little sandbags up, we're all ready to go. And then we're sitting there and it's hot. And it's just hot. And you get to that point where you're just so hot because it's summer in South Carolina that you start kind of almost hallucinating. But for me, I have always looked to nature to give me wisdom. And as I sat there in the heat for a few hours as we waited for our enemy to arrive, I watched these ants. The ants moved here, the ants moved there, they made these little trails. And I zeroed in way down deep, right up under the ants, and I was like, man, these guys are amazing. They work their tails off. They're moving back and forth and back and forth. And I said, man, that's a lot like us building this sand. We were making sandbags today. So we were making sandbags as we're digging this foxhole. And I was like, man, they're doing the same thing I'm doing, just on a small level. And then I started thinking to myself, wait a minute. Drill sergeant said 18 inches of sand will stop a bullet. I know there's 18 inches of sand, but these ants are moving sand. At what point does that one grain of sand make a difference? Because 18 inches will stop a bullet, but is it 17 and a half inches or is it 5 inches? We don't know what's going to stop the bullet, but there is going to be a moment where one grain of sand in 18 inches is going to stop a bullet. It doesn't matter what your talents are. It doesn't matter who you are. You are a grain of sand in someone's life. You may be that one little speck that keeps them going and keeps them alive. So, my takeaway or my lesson for this video is this. You may not think you have value in your life, but you do, because every grain of sand is important, and you are one of those grains of sand. You may be the only thing that saves someone's life. So be open to love and be open to help those that are in need. And basically, just live it, love it. Until next time, work hard, be kind, and have fun.